Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet, and we prove it week in and week out because we get paid, we make money, and we beat Vegas. Let's get to the week 9 Vegas spread picks, and I see a lot of money coming this week. The first game, we got the Green Bay Packers at the San Francisco 49ers. Green Bay's -3. And this is a really tough game to predict because we saw Dalvin Cook absolutely tear up and shoot out this Green Bay Packers defense. I have Green Bay to win and to cover because this San Francisco team is walking wounded. We don't know who's going to play quarterback. We don't know who's going to be able to suit up and be healthy. Yes, the Packers have their group of injuries, but they should be getting Aaron Jones back. And I think Aaron the Game Rodgers, he's going to respond. This is going to be like the Packers' performance at Houston after they were demolished by Tampa Bay. I'm worried about the Packers. I never bought into the Packers, but I think they win and cover this week. Next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Buffalo Bills. Seattle is -2.5. Money, money, money! Money! Money. This is a money pick if there is ever one. I'm not saying it's a college fun game. We have to look at the injuries and assess the situation. But Seattle to win in the cover. This Buffalo team just simply hasn't looked good the last 2 weeks. And I tried telling you, I was the only one, literally I looked at TV, I looked at the internet, I was the only one telling you guys New England would cover the 4-point spread. A fumble by Cam Newton is the reason they didn't win that game against Buffalo. Buffalo has been absolutely horrid these last 2 weeks. They looked like trash against the Jets, and they looked really, really bad against a poor New England team. Let's be realistic. This is a poor New England team with minimal talent. This Bills team, they're going to have a hard time, and I don't think they're going to be able to stop the Seattle run offense. And if you can't stop the Seattle run offense, how are you going to stop their potent passing attack? And when you look at Russell America Wilson versus Josh Allen, I think this is where this game is decided. Josh Allen, too many sloppy turnovers, too many bad decisions. Russell America Wilson wins this, and this is a money pick. I want your money on Seattle. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos with another upset, thank you, at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's -4. We've been hitting Denver like crazy this year when everyone's been against them. I have Denver to cover, but Atlanta to win. I think Atlanta wins by a field goal. This is a game we have to think about and assess because this Denver team, they don't travel well. And we know Atlanta's nothing to bet the farm on. Atlanta isn't a consistent outfit, but Atlanta has more time to prepare for this game. So I think Atlanta scrapes by with the field goal. I will monitor the injuries, and if I change my pick, I'll let you know because we've been all over Denver this year on the upset line. And I know you guys are tempted, but I'm laying off as of right now. Next game, we got the Chicago Bears. The Bears at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee's -5.5. I got Chicago to cover, Tennessee to win. Had Chicago to cover last week against the Saints, and Chicago's going to do just enough to limp and stay in this game. But without something at the trade deadline, can you see Chicago having the spark? And with Tennessee, people think I'm a Tennessee hater this whole year. I don't hate Tennessee. I think they have the makings of a surprise Super Bowl contender. But Mike Vrabel has a problem. Mike Vrabel and this defense, they give up too many big plays, and they're just too inconsistent, and too many people love Tannehill. I think Tennessee wins this in a close one-possession game, but Chicago covers. Next game, we got the Detroit Lions at my Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota is -4. I got Minnesota to win in the cover, and this one I'm very hesitant about because Minnesota doesn't – their the 3 starting corners are out of the game, so that's going to create issues. And we know that Minnesota doesn't have any more DNs, but maybe this game's more about Dalvin Cook. Maybe this game is more about just one man taking over a game and just being unstoppable. I've been saying for years that Dalvin Cook's the best running back in this league, and all I ever get is people laughing at me and saying I'm a homer. I'm not a homer. I think Dalvin Cook will change this game, and we need to watch the tape. Before you bet on this game, Watch the tape of Detroit against the Colts running game. I'm going to watch the tape today, and honestly, if Detroit's front seven didn't stop the Colts, I don't think they'll be able to stop Dalvin Cook. That's just how good Dalvin Cook is playing at this moment. I got Minnesota to win in the cover. Next game, we got the Baltimore Ravens, -3. At the Indianapolis Colts. Listen, I like Baltimore to win in the cover here. This is a borderline money pick. This isn't the safest bet in the world, but I think Baltimore responds. And we're seeing Baltimore. They had trouble with the elite teams, but I want you to sit down in your room or if you're in your car right now and just think for a second. Is Indianapolis one of these elite teams? We know the media wants you to think they're an elite team. But are they an elite team? Are the Colts even better than the Titans if you had to put your life on the line? I don't think so. That's why I think Baltimore responds with big plays. I think they win. Listen, let's keep it realistic. Indianapolis stops the run well, but Baltimore put up 200-plus rushing yards against a really good Steelers defense. I think Baltimore wins and covers this game, and I think Baltimore's defense will be the deciding factor here. I think their defense shuts down this Colts offense. This is a borderline money pick. Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City is -10.5. I got Kansas City to win in the cover. I think the Cinderella story is starting to wind down. Matt Rule's going to have to put back that dress and that little shoe he's got, that little stiletto he's got, and I think Carolina's going to come back down to reality. Yes, you get the added bonus of Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey will help things, but I think we're starting to see Kansas City load up and get serious. Kansas City wins in the cover. Stay away from this game. Next game, we got the Houston Texans, -6.5 at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who's going to play quarterback for Jacksonville? Am I going to finally get my wish that Minshew is just thrown to the side like he deserves to be, like the scrap he is? I got Jacksonville to cover, Houston to win. We have to look for developments throughout the week. We've been winning money on Houston games this year, whether it be for them to win against the Vikings or whether it be for them to lose against the Packers. But we have to understand Houston is an inconsistent team, and I could see Jacksonville keeping it close. Jacksonville has a full week to prepare. I think Jacksonville will be ready for this game, but Houston wins late. Next game, we got the New York Giants at the Washington football team. Washington is -3.5. I got an upset here. I got the Giants to win in the cover. And listen, I've been high on this Washington defense the whole year, but mostly because they're front seven. I like their front seven, but they can't cover anyone. I think Daniel Jones will be able to make a few plays. Plus, this Washington offense, I think they have a worse offense than the Giants offense. On this Giants defense, you guys have been telling me all year. I've been pushing back on you guys, but you guys have been telling me all year that the Giants defense is pretty good. And they are pretty good. And I think that's the difference. I think the Giants play better defense in this game, especially in the secondary. I think that's why the Giants win and cover this game in an upset. Next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders. Thank you, Raiders, for the money. Thank you, Chucky, for the money. At the LA Chargers, LA is -1.5. This might be the toughest one of the week, and we need time to digest and think about this. Raiders to win in the cover. This is just what I've been going with. And we have the Browns fans come on and say I was crazy for thinking the Raiders would win at the Browns. I don't think home field advantage matters here. I think what matters is this big, focused Raiders offensive line just winning battles. They're making conclusions out of games. And when I say conclusions, they will break down opposing defenses, and Josh Jacobs pushing forward. It's just a great recipe. And I told you guys last week, this Las Vegas Raiders defense, it's not the defense from 2 or 3, 4 years ago. It's a lot better this year. It's not top 5 or anything like that, but it is a lot better. And we got a Chargers team. Look at how they lost last week against Denver. Look at how they started in that first quarter last week against Denver. I just haven't bought into this Chargers team this year, and I think this Raiders team has more inspiration, more creativity, and most importantly, more big plays. I'm not underestimating Herbert by any means, but this Chargers defense hasn't held up to their end of the bargain. It just hasn't been as good as advertised. Raiders win and cover. Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Dallas Cowboys. There's not a lot of lines out right now, but the one line we're getting is Pittsburgh -9.5. Pittsburgh wins and covers. It's pretty self-explanatory. This podcast, we have been on this Pittsburgh train all year, and it's listen, I've been talking a lot about Big Ben. You could talk about this defense, but can we talk about Mike Tomlin for a second? Mike Tomlin is an excellent coach, and they're playing a Dallas team that is just a train wreck at the moment. They're not well coached. They're not playing with inspiration. Yeah, they hung around the Philadelphia Eagles longer than people thought, but let's not let that fool you, and let's remember what the Philadelphia Eagles are. Come on, people. Next game, we got Miami at the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona is -4.5. Arizona to win in the cover, borderline money pick. Tua put up 98 yards passing. Credit to the Dolphins, surprising everyone with beating the Rams. But are you guys going to put your hard-earned money on the Dolphins again? Someone show me the Miami betting slip against the LA Rams. Everything went against the LA Rams. And for me, Tua didn't play all that good. I think Kyler Murray plays the better football. I think Kyler Murray makes the more explosive plays. And I don't know if this Miami offensive line can handle the Arizona defensive line. The Arizona defensive line without Chandler Jones isn't anything to write home about, but I don't know if Tua will be able to have the time to make big plays. And Miami's not going to be able to run the ball well. We need to remember that. Tua's not going to get – this ain't Alabama where he's going to get 200 yards rushing from a running back to help him out. It's not Alabama anymore. It's the NFL. And Kyler Murray is going to tear him up. Money pick. Money, money, money. Money. Arizona's money pick. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay's -4. Tampa Bay to win in the cover. Let's stick with fundamentals. Listen, when we were talking about Tampa Bay this whole year, I've been telling you, this is the team to come out of the NFC. This is the team that will make it to the Super Bowl out of the NFC conference. And nothing has changed my mind. This Tampa Bay defense, they're pretty good, but we know they got problems. But it's more about what Tom Brady is going to do on offense. And the Saints team, they're not playing good football right now. They're not playing quality football right now. And even their offense is out of rhythm. But the Saints defense has taken a step back. And I don't think they can cover this great wide receiving core and tight end core that Tampa Bay can. I think that's the matchup to watch in this game. New Orleans secondary against these Tampa Bay weapons and artillery. And we're adding Antonio Brown, right? Come on now. Next game, we got the New England Patriots, -7 at the Jets. Jets cover. New England wins. New England should have won that game against the Bills if Cam Newton didn't fumble while they were getting close to the end zone. But this New England team is really bad, and I think if the Jets have a chance for a win, they need to circle this one. They really need to circle the wagons. They need to put forth a good performance. I think the Jets cover. New England wins by a field goal. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Share the videos. And make sure you turn on those notifications. Turn on those notifications. Share the videos. You're the reason why we're growing.